Welcome back. Deb Zwez is with us today. She's got a new gig, the executive director of the United Way of Auglaize County. We're going to talk a little bit about that in this first part, and then we'll come back and talk about the campaign. Okay, so what, a month now you've been on this job?
Yep.
How about
Today's
that?
1 month.
Yeah,
Yes.
it's one of those jobs you don't really get to wait around. You get kind of thrown into the fire, don't you?
Jump in with both feet and hit the ground running, yes.
Yeah.
But I'm not unfamiliar with the United Way,
Right.
so there are a number of the aspects of the organization that I'm already familiar with. I've served on the board years ago.
Sure.
I was a campaign chairman years ago.
Yeah. Well, and I think it's funny because I went back and read the announcement when they noted that you had gotten that job, and one of the first things they talked about was that you'd been in the community for 30, 40 years, and that was obviously one of the things they really liked. That makes a big difference, doesn't it?
I think it does. You know, it's always helpful when you know the players, where you know where to find things. You can spell Deshiqua and, you know, find Minster on a map and, you know, go into St. Mary's. I've worked in all three communities, Minster, St. Mary's, and Wapakoneta. So over the years, I've gotten to know a lot of people, obviously, through the newspaper gig and, you know, service opportunities that I've participated in. So, yeah, I don't feel out of place at all.
No, and I think about how active you were, too, with the anniversary celebrations for Neil Armstrong and that kind of thing. So you've had your hand in a lot of those projects, right?
I have.
Yeah.
I have. And I've been active in the Chamber of Commerce. Not only in Wapakoneta, but I served a little bit in St. Mary's. And then, you know, in Minster, I was active with the Community Post, which, you know, was just a player in the community, so that was helpful.
When you come into that, I think about when you go into interview that, do you have goals in mind? Do you think, okay, well, so obviously a well-established agency that has all these partner agencies it's umbrellaed over. Do you come in with goals and think, I kind of want to do this or this?
I do. I think the need in the community is real. And obviously, you know, the United Way helps address those needs. I serve on the YMCA's board of directors, and we've just done some strategic planning. And through that and interviewing people in the community, we've seen two real needs come to the surface, mental health and homelessness. And so, you know, as we see that in the community and we see the agencies that can help with that, not only, you know, in Wapakoneta, but throughout Auglaize County, you know, we really want to partner with those kinds of agencies, help fund their programming to make a real difference, because, you know, the power of working together is what the United Way is all about.
Yeah, and as you mentioned, Auglaize County has great agencies that deal with that, but sometimes I know in Allen County they talked about that and said, those are great goals, but we've always had this stigma where you don't talk about those kind of things, which only in the last 10, 20 years have we been able to chip away at that. Are you dealing a little bit with that?
A little bit, but I will tell you that in the first, I think, 13 days that I was in the office, I had 5 separate calls from people looking for help because they were homeless. And that, you know, that's a staggering, to me, statistic that in that very short time, we had that much cry for help. And of course, you know, there are ways that we can refer people to help, but still, they're calling the United Way, asking for assistance. So again, it just proves again and again and again that the need is real.
Yeah, exactly. Well, we're going to talk a little bit about the campaign. You're also going to make an announcement as far as who the campaign chair is going to be, and we'll do that. First, we'll check out the weather. Thank you. Appreciate it. We'll be back in a little bit, and we'll be back to check out the weather forecast coming up next.